Our last video on turning a digital photo into a darkroom print left you with more questions than answers. So we went straight to the source, traveling from the icon to our trusted vendor Bowhaus, who seamlessly creates film from a digital file. They're pulling back the curtain and showing you exactly how a digital file becomes film, so you can finally get that darkroom print you've been dreaming about.
Welcome to Bowhaus. We will be turning a digital file into a film negative. Come on in. Well, welcome to Bowhaus. We are going to prep a file for an LVT. The first step is I open up the file into Photoshop, and what I normally do is I'll look through the file and I'll just make sure that the file is there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's not posterized, it's not clipped out. The LVT is pixel for pixel, so every pixel of the file, every line of the file is exposed as a line on the LVT. In this case, I'm going to do an 8x10 negative of this image. Even though the film is an 8x10 piece of film, there's a maximum image area. And the image area is 7.5 inches wide by 9.25 tall. And it's just because when we load the film on the drum, there are clamps that hold it, so there's certain obstacles. So we can't expose a full 8x10. We can only do like a window within that 8x10. The LVT machine is extremely close to the standard Adobe 1998 color space. If, for example, someone sent me an untagged file, I would tag it to that color space. If someone sent us like an sRGB color space, which is like much more compressed color space, I would convert that from sRGB into Adobe 1998. So in this particular case, this one is Adobe 1998. It's 16-bit, so this file is ready to go. Once it's saved, the next step is we're going to move over to the LVT machine, load the file, load the film, and then send the data. Here is the PC. It's Windows NT unit. It is connected directly to the LVT through Ethernet. Now I load the file that I prepped. It's set up to be mirrored because we will load the film emulsion up, so the file itself gets mirrored so that at the end, when the film comes back, when you're viewing it properly through the base, it's right reading. At this point, I'm going to load the film in the darkroom, in the dark, come back out, and then I hit OK, and it's going to send the data pixel line by line by line to the LVT machine. Come along, I'll show you how we do it. This is the LVT machine. There's an optical head that's here. The data is sent to the motherboard, and it's converted into data that is converted into a light source, which is exposed through a nozzle, a lens, onto a drum. Each pixel gets a rotation. It moves over, the next rotation, it moves over. In the dark, I would take a piece of film out. I would feel for the notches at the top, and by having them in the top right, I know that the emulsion is facing me. And so when I load the film, I want to load emulsion out, which is, because of the notches, I clamp it under, I bring it over, and then with my thumbs I kind of feed it in, and then I tighten it up. The double check is I kind of tap it, and if you listen really closely, if there's an air bubble, I'll hear a little ding, 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 ding. So I'll go around it, and I'll kind of get a good sense of how tight it is. The nozzle is shooting air right in front of the optical head. The data, the file, is converted into light, which is happening in the head, and then it's exposing a light source through a chamber. There's a lens, and it's focused at the physical surface of the LVT. Air is exposing in front of it, so once this thing starts to spin, the head will track across as it's spinning, so it's blowing the dust off the surface of the film prior to the light source hitting the film. Next step is we go back to the computer to send the file. So the LVT was done exposing, so I went back into the darkroom with an empty box. I took the film off that was in the dark. I took the film off in the dark, put it into the box, and it's ready now to go to the icon for processing.
This is the LVT negative that we get from Bowhaus. It's been processed, and then they hand it to me. And then from here we have our image, and the image has the crosshairs, and that's what we cut along the crosshairs in order to get a 4x5 negative. Bring it delicately into the roto trim, and then that's our first trim. Then we bring it up to the crosshairs here, bring it to the crosshairs there. And this is our final trim. And that's what we work with. So this now goes into the enlarger and we print that directly to RA4 paper.